It's like being able to sign a 21-year-old Frank Lampard.
Huh. Yeah, it's just gonna be a little while before Watford have
That
come back up.
opportunity.
It's bad.
Bro, I'm telling
Welcome to the Squadcast on this gorgeous Wednesday night here in Gardena, California. We are back after a month off, a little more than a month off, I think.
I don't know.
Time is
Been a bit. I'll find out.
Time is a man-made construct anyway, so it doesn't matter.
You're starting off hot. Controversies right off the bat. Time's not real.
Time's not real. Pigeons aren't real.
There's a great A podcaster right there. Doesn't follow his own show.
Who, you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I went to look and was like, I'll check out when the last time. Those guys never record anymore anyway, so who cares? This is, you know what it is? This is the last episode. This is it. We're saying goodbye after this. If you're in the live chat, this is your chance to dog us out or something.
Yeah, this is if you want to give your last
Well done.
well done's or I hate yous, like
We made it. What is it? 227 episodes.
227. Yeah,
This is it.
we're like 5,000 listens away from like 200,000.
That's pretty nice. I didn't know that. So 200,000 total listens for the whole.
Well, I'm
Caboodle?
assuming because we use our SoundCloud link for all the other stuff. So I don't know if it counts all that or not. So we could probably already be at over 200,000.
I was hoping Ben would slide in and correct you on how it works, but nah,
I'm betting.
Hey man,
that's a lot.
we're both recording and live.
Moving in.
Hey, things are okay so far. The bare minimum of what we've asked Ben to do
Things are
is
happening.
happening. So let's not jeopardize that in any way possible.
Speaking of which, my guy, my man, my dude, producer Ben, say hello, sir.
Hello. I got a whole lot today, man. I'm gonna be fairly useless. I've been fairly useless for 2.5, 4, 3. Shit, it's been like 4 years. In fact,
40 years, 40, 50, 50
no,
years.
Well, actually,
75 years.
I just hit
6 years.
I just hit like a 4-year anniversary with this Quadcasters. Maybe longer, 5 years. How long have we been doing this?
We've been doing it since 2016,
Asking the wrong
like
person.
tail end of 2016.
Every time someone asks Erica and I how long we've been together, we do the math again. There's no like, we don't remember it. It's just we start the clock again.
Exactly. That's how it is. But it just came up on my phone. It said Squadcast anniversary.
Oh shit!
Do you have that on your phone?
Yeah, man.
What?
It means a lot to
So
me. Ed.
sentimental.
It means a
He's
lot
such
to
a.
me.
He's such a. Oh,
But let me start off by thanking everybody first of all. That needs to be said. Thank you everybody for everything that you guys did, from condolences on the socials to helping me out with the GoFundMe. A big thank you to Josh, to all the other podcasts for promoting that. It's huge. It blew up way beyond any expectation I ever had. And just, dude, this has been clearly, obviously, the hardest thing I've ever dealt with in my life. And I've been through a lot of shit. So this Galaxy family has helped me get through it. And I can't thank you enough. Everybody from Joe Totino sent me a message, to the organization sent me a nice message.
Mm-hmm.
So just thank you all. That's really all I could say. So I appreciate everything, especially you two.
oh, thank you. No,
Well, Tucker really more than you.
Well, yeah, I understand.
I care more. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
it
It's
is.
not.
That's what it is.
It's not that you don't care. You care.
If this was a competition,
insufficient amount.
He cares differently. We'll just say
if this was a
differently.
competition, Tucker is like,
You 68% care.
yeah.
I was gonna give you 69, but it's not a time for joking. This is very serious.
Well, it's always time for joking. Anytime there's serious talk, we got to go back to the dick and ball jokes.
It's what keeps it. I came and sat with Ben.
It's what keeps you guys coming back to listen.
What is it? 3 or 4 days? 3 or 4 days in, I came and sat with Ben, and I expected, this downtrodden, obviously the emotions of the situation and kind of hanging on you.
Any
but-
natural person would have been like,
Yeah, I've never been more certain. Never been more certain about all of our theories about Ben.
like he's half like
Grade
he's at
A.
least part robot.
Grade A psychopath,
Yeah.
like an unfit version of Christian Bale in American Psycho. He was
Like a T-1000 who doesn't know he's a robot.
he's a good prequel to the Terminator.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't prove that any of us aren't that, Ed.
Yeah, well, all those people are in
God.
shape. Number one, I'm not. I couldn't be a Terminator. I can be a lot of things. Couldn't be a Terminator.
I wouldn't put myself naked on the screen. First of all,
Well, you can imagine like a black Terminator going through Los Angeles just shooting people and the cops just not having a problem with it at all. What would that do for every other black person in LA?
You couldn't do that.
Well, that's why
you have like the remake of movies and TV shows where they're like, oh, we're just going to put like, instead it's going to be a black family.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that with the Terminator.
Well, that's why they're exclusively casting like white women to play the role now, because they have an interaction with the cops, and the cops give it half a second, and then the Terminator gets to take the cop out.
Right.
You switched it to one of us. It's like an 18-minute movie, and we don't make it. Nobody makes it to the end. No one makes it to the end.
Because it's like the suspect looks like this, and there's like, all right,
well, there's only one way to be sure. Again,
the cops end up killing John Connor
as always. But we love you, Benjamin. Everyone, hard turn left. Everybody, let's go. You got to keep up. You got to keep up, baby.
Oh my goodness.
We love you, Benny.
Yes.
It was great seeing the love that was poured out for you and your family, and it was reaffirming for me, at least for me.
Yeah,
in a big way.
I'm continually amazed at the family that is.
It's a weird community.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just from the bottom of our hearts here. Like, we can't thank you guys enough for all the love you've shown. So, yeah, keep it going. Just stop with the negativity about shoes and shirts and jerseys and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, just be happy with each other. How about
Try
that?
to be.
Yeah.
Do your best.
Yeah. Oh boy.
You know you're gonna get a tweet in the morning that's like, now we got people complaining about people, complaining about people, complaining about shit.
Well, I wouldn't see it, so it's fine.
That's good.
Yeah.
You're on the right path, man.
Yeah. Speaking of positivity, let's talk MLS fantasy.
What's been going on with you in the time since we've been gone?
Nothing.
Okay.
No, my life is the epitome of not boring, because I don't want to say that. Just nothing going on.
You have a schedule.
Yes.
You have a schedule.
It's work and work.
How's the missus?
She's doing great.
She's doing all right?
Yeah, she's doing great. Yeah, man, like I said, like the turn of the year, we really haven't had anything going on. Again.
Interesting.
I like the peace.
You got to get a hobby. You got to get like a non-galaxy, non-soccer hobby.
Yeah. Because it tends to be like...
What's wrong with that? Why are you...
Watching like
because I'm like, hello, Kettle. This is Tucker.
I have 1,000 hobbies. Like, I have too many hobbies.
It says the guy that knows
Formula One starts, Ben, in less than a month. What are you talking about?
Sir,
Tucker,
what season are you on of watching of old Barcelona games?
Still 2008. But I've been,
okay.
in my defense, I've been on that season for like a year and a half. I just don't have the time to watch any of them. Ed walks in while I'm doing prep work today, and he's like, what game are you watching? 2008 Champions League final. Like, as one does.
Yeah.
Tucker, Super Rugby started again.
Okay. I'm in.
Which one is this one?
Is this the Guiltinis?
No. Well, actually, that started. Major League Rugby started again also, but this is the big Southern Hemisphere competition.
Oh shit! Okay.
Outside of South Africa, because they fucked around and joined.
Is it
Europe.
sevens? Is this?
No, it's full 15.
Super Rugby is what it's called.
Yeah, I think it's now called like Super Pacific Rugby or Pacific Super Rugby. They just recently changed the name.
Super Rugby Pacific.
Is it international or is it like clubs?
It's clubs, but it's clubs from New Zealand, plays clubs from Australia, plays clubs from I think Fiji now. They used to have a club in Japan, but I think the Sunwolves folded and they might be back.
Is there of those clubs in all the different countries? Do they have their own league inside their own country? Or
no, that's all
just
one
big
league.
Teams. It's like when the Welsh teams play in the Premier League.
Yeah,
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, or like the Canadian teams.
So is there a reason for that, or is like they just
for variety? Bigger league. I mean, they could have during the height of COVID, they did make it just you couldn't travel outside of the country, so it was just like the Australian teams playing the Australian teams, New Zealand teams playing the New
So it's
Zealand
like
teams.
the kind of how like they want to do the Super League, or it's just like
it's been now. See, it used to be teams from South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand.
Rugby talk.
They always did.
Rugby
this is the rugby cast.
And
People
then
didn't realize.
It's the last episode of the Squadcast. We begin the rugby cast.
Yes.
Rugby cast episode 0.
Yeah.
You guys didn't take off your jackets with Guiltini's jerseys underneath.
It's the worst
the
name.
breakout
ever.
moment.
Yes, but no, it's
Reigning champions, the Guiltinis.
To me, I like this. I like the Southern Hemisphere rugby. It's kind of like the difference between the Spanish game and even the German game.
Are there
versus
different
North American rugby? It's just different styles.
Are there different rules to this?
No, the rules are the same. It's just different styles. You get there's much more flair with Southern Hemisphere rugby than there is with European rugby.
Oh shit! This league started in 1996, like MLS.
Yeah.
Well, fascinating, Ben. I'm in. Yeah,
Who's
I'll
like
pick
the
one.
star rugby player?
Right now,
And that like
Richie Mwanga is one of the best, probably.
I was really, really hoping it was like an Israeli guy, like a small Israel, an undersized Israeli man.
Although
there's no undersized dudes playing in the rugby
my
league.
team, the Crusaders from Christchurch, just signed some Argentine dude, Matera. So
Of course you would be the Crusaders. Like that would be your team
of course of
Yeah.
course.
from Christchurch,
Yes.
Australia.
Actually, that's New Zealand.
Is New Zealand?
Yeah.
My bad.
Christ.
Oh my
Church
God,
and
we're gonna
Canterbury.
get now we're gonna get
know where a
geography.
map
These
is.
guys don't know
Look at a map.
geography. Blah, blah, blah. God damn, whatever. New Zealand, whatever. Sorry,
What's the difference?
I apologize.
You're from America. What's the difference?
You
You don't have to know these things. As soon as Americans find out about these other countries, we're just gonna fuck them up.
Yeah.
It's better that you
If we
not know
find that
anything
they have
about
resources,
them.
we're
Yeah.
like, well,
What do they got over there?
what do they got?
Let me see. Let me see. Let me put a base over there real quick. We're just watching things. We're just watching things. Lord forbid you have a prime minister that get out of line, and then everything goes all topsy turvy. I've been learning about the history of the fucking world, man. I know some shit now. I learned a thing or two.
Oh my goodness.
I've been getting into this, man.
Oh, Matt's in here.
I've been learning about some history shit in the world. It's fucking fascinating. You ever hear about how Castro took over Cuba?
No.
Fucked up shit. We're Americans are really dumb. We're not. We have weird ideas of how we're going to fix problems, but we don't get to, like, as citizens, you don't get to learn about it for
Is it one of those
several
things where
years
we
after
like
the fact.
we like helped him gain control, and then like he's like, now I'm gonna turn on you guys.
Well, he played us in a big way, but he kind of played everybody. Like, he played to keep Americans at bay. Kind of played the Russians to try to force their hand into defending them, which kind of forced the Americans' hand, and just cascades after that. But it's not history cast yet. We'll that's
next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where we get things erroneously wrong on every topic that we talk about.
No, you learn something. You pick a day of the week, and you're like, on that day, I'm going to watch someone else's video.
We'll do it where everyone has a topic, right?
Oh, I
you
like
bring
this.
it to the table that day,
I like this.
and then we have to ask you questions.
Oh, I'm into this.
Okay.
I'll do this.
Okay. Patreon episodes.
I'm down.
So is it like a general topic, or is it like a specific history moment? Like, what do you
Like I think you would come up with something. I'm like, well, today I'm going to be talking about blah blah blah.
But it has to be something like out of left field that you're interested in, because
Yeah.
I want you to dig into it and get some deeper
What's
knowledge.
even better is if he's not interested in it and you get him interested in it with what you're presenting.
Well, like, what don't you like, friend?
Oh, that's
Give me a list give me a list of like a class at school that you didn't like.
Oh man,
PE number 1 with a bullet.
love
running.
PE. I love PE. What are you talking about? What class? I don't think I had like a subject I didn't like.
No.
How about English?
I loved English. I was in AP English.
Were you really?
I was.
Oh shit. All right, we'll just do it history then. We'll just find a history thing.
Yeah, history's more fun, anyways.
I want you to enjoy it. Why am I going with Ben being like make him miserable?
Yeah.
No, I want you to. I want you to.
I want you to teach him something.
gonna-
Well, I want him
I'm
to
gonna have
learn
you-
it.
I'm
He's
gonna
gonna
teach me.
no.
Yeah,
He's
gonna
gonna
learn it.
learn something and teach us.
Learn something. It's history. I'm sure I don't know everything about
You
history.
definitely
Definitely.
don't. You 100% don't.
Yeah. So there you go. You teach me
Patreon.
about history.
Well, if you're in the live chat by the end of the episode, give us have a history thing for each of us to learn, and then we'll split it up. And whatever we do the next one,
We'll do in the intro. We'll do a fun fact,
Oh, I like.
and
See
then do it from
again.
there.
I like. It's a shame we're never going to do this.
No, we're
It's
never.
really heartbreaking that we're never going to do this. It's a good idea.
No, I love the fact that it's great ideas and none of us writing
It's
anything
not
down.
gonna happen. Yeah, you haven't moved.
Come on.
Nah.
We
Hey,
honestly
Tucker,
do this
we,
all the
we're
time.
on the air and recording.
You're
I'm
doing,
done.
Ben, you're doing a great
Yeah,
job.
I'm
Don't worry,
good.
you're doing everything we need you to do. Don't worry, you're doing fantastic.
Once that record button hits, Ben sits
All
back
bets are
Hey man,
off.
that record
on the
button.
phone.
All
Like
bets are off.
God knows what he's doing on that phone. Like
Looking at TVs.
looking up like old war stories and.
Oh, I'm into
reminiscing.
that. Jose Orozco, dibs. Jose Orozco says first one, Operation Paperclip. That one's me. Do you know what Operation Paperclip is? Operation Paperclip, my loose understanding, is basically when the U.S. government helped smuggle in German scientists post World War II because they wanted to develop the bomb
Oh yeah.
ahead of the Russians.
Wasn't just scientists though. Like the whole Eastern European spy network was run by an ex-Nazi.
Really? I did know NASA was run by Warner von Braun, who was a.
Well, he didn't run it, but he was like, yeah, he was one of.
He was one of the heads. Yeah.
The
He
head
was
engineers.
like,
Yeah.
big time Nazi.
Oh yeah, he
Full-
helped develop the
full-fledged Nazi.
V2 rocket. Yeah.
Like, when you start working at a job and you're on probation for the first like 6 months, he was on month 8. Like that dude was a full on 100%. Assuming they had
there was like
cards,
some
Nazi.
show about NASA where they were building like the first like rockets, and they brought that dude in.
Yeah. It's it's America, man. This is why it's important that you don't know anything about New Zealand.
Yeah.
Because if you find out something about New Zealand, we'll just do something that your grandchildren will be embarrassed about. With that said, it's great we built that bomb.
Look, they have 226 episodes to look back on of embarrassing shit that I did.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple in there that's going to get you in trouble. The Alex Jones stuff, the blessing stuff's going to get you in
Look,
trouble.
the pigeons aren't real, man.
Jamaican Hitler.
Pigeons aren't real.
The pigeons aren't real.
Is that I don't know.
They're drones, man. They're just spying on you.
What?
Tuck, you forgot about Jamaican Hitler.
Oh, you should be proud of that. That's our proudest
That's-
moment.
yeah.
It's got to be one of.
It's been downhill ever since.
I don't even know. I genuinely
That
don't know.
was like episode 48, man.
I don't know
Maybe-
the
maybe not
context
even
for
that.
Jamaican Hitler.
Me either.
Somebody will tell us. Gilbert will tell us whenever he's free.
No, I don't think he listens anymore.
I talked to him the other week. It was nice. Hey, side conversation nobody else cares about.
So MLS Fantasy.
There we go.
If you guys want to join our league this year, I think Tucker finished pretty high last year.
Beep all you bitches.
I think you ended up in like top 10, maybe top 15. I think I was in top 20. And
yeah. All those sound ridiculous.
Then gave up like week 3.
No, I gave up like week 7.
Okay. But if you do want to join our fantasy league, we're gonna have. I'll give you the code now, and it'll also be in the show notes. I'll send that to Ben so we can put them in there.
And I'll drop it in the chat for everyone on YouTube right now.
Yeah. So it's KKMEVCDE. Again, that's KKMEVCDE. And again, it'll be in the show notes and all that stuff. So join in, have some fun, play with us.
I'll have it on the screen by next week.
Maybe we'll have we'll think of maybe something to give away. But
I started my team.
I'm not gonna promise anything because
I got my team. I'm getting my team put together. We're last year we were Cheech's Angels. This year we are Bishop Dejan Juan.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is his favorite chess piece apparently. So I got to figure out a way to get him like the Bishop or something like that. Or maybe George can draw him like Bishop from the X-Men. That'd be nice.
Cool.
But no, because Bishop's a strong, proud black comic book character. So never mind. Let's keep that the way. Just draw him like Cable. I understand. It'll still make.
You gotta do like the Jeff. What? No, who wrote that comic? Who drew those comics?
I don't know. Let's see.
Jeff Loeb.
Let's say yes.
I know. You have to draw them with the tiny little feet and just super muscular bodies.
This is a joke for like 3 people who understand how Jeff Loeb draws comics.
Yeah, from the 1990s.
But yeah, man, fucking MLS Fantasy is fun.
Hey, that's when I have an
and have
X-Force #1 signed. It's like one of my proudest comic books I have.
Jonas is in the X-Force right now. By Jeff Loeb?
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Suck it.
I don't think I have any notable comic book signatures.
Rob Liefeld, thank you. Jeff Loeb? Who the fuck is Jeff Loeb?
Is another comic book dude.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys in the comments. Rob Liefeld. There you go. I met him at it was a Comic-Con in Long Beach? Or the one in LA? I don't know. Ever. This has been on for 30 minutes now.
Yeah, you've been to a lot of Comic Cons. I mean, not a lot, but enough to struggle to differentiate where it is.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't be my problem.
Well,
it was the Comic Con I went to.
Before it was popular, it was like Wizard World.
Yeah. But
that's the one I would go to in Long Beach.
All these posers, Ed,
all
right?
These losers.
Screwing it. Well,
these new losers. I'm old loser.
Yeah, well, you're authentic. You're real. You're
all these new nerds. I'm old nerd.
It's like, hey, can we keep this to an hour? It's like the first half hour. Let me tell you something about Wizard World back in the day.
Back in my day,
Wizard World and Operation Paperclip and Nazis running NASA.
This is probably the oddest
welcome back.
Opening 30 minutes of a show we've ever had.
At some point, we will get back to doing this weekly, and then we'll just talk about the Galaxy again. But That's not the situation right now, and you're either going to roll with it or you won't. And either way, it doesn't matter.
And it's off season. What the fuck? What do we have to talk about that?
I wondered about that.
That you care about.
Is it the off season? I mean, if the other clubs are playing in the Champions League, like if we were,
well, we don't have to worry about the Champions
but
League.
if that's what I'm saying. If we were ran properly, we would assume by this point we would say the off season's done.
We're in the
So for MLS, is the off season over?
Well, I feel like we might have been taking this a little more seriously if like we were in the season. Or not.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's pretty standard. I'm just happy to not be in a closet again.
Yeah.
Which I hope everyone's been listening from the beginning. I'm a heterosexual man. I assure you.
Please take that out of context.
I'm sure it will be.
Yeah. Well, let's talk, man. There's plenty of stuff to talk about. There's Galaxy 2 news. I don't know if we've talked about this yet before.
We'll just do it quick.
Just
in case. That's how you fix. In lieu of listening to the last episode that you've had 6 weeks to do, we'll just we'll brush over it quickly in the event we screw it up.
Galaxy 2 schedule has been dropped. If you go, you can see that the home opener or the season opener will be Saturday, March 12th against San Diego in San Diego. I believe the home opener is going to be Saturday, March 19th against San Antonio FC. So go check them out. I don't know the roster. It's going to be, again, they really don't update rosters on the Galaxy site. So
yeah,
as of right now, there's like 9 players on the roster.
You can probably look at some of the less familiar names from the preseason games and assume all those kids are dropped down.
Yeah, all the
trialists
and the college
kids who've been moved up, the draft picks. The assumption can probably be that for Kranis and Neal will be your two starting center backs because I think Vasquez got let go last year.
He did.
And if it's the last year of G2, which I think they confirmed it's the last year of G2.
It's the last year of G2 in USL.
Interesting.
So I don't know.
Do they specify in USL?
It's their last year.
I know it's their last year in USL. But I mean, either way, like it's the year you would play those kids rather than bringing in an older guy over.
I guess would you really need to call them G2 and MLS Next or whatever the fuck?
Wherever you place them. I mean, it should just be at this point. I imagine it'll turn into a U23 team
because now it's like a brand. You can you kind of just.
It's Lostos, Ed.
Yeah.
My favorite nickname. Mm-mm. Probably my proudest Jonas moment was when we took him to that Galaxy 2 game. I don't know why I said we. You weren't involved in taking him to that game.
Oh, we were holding hands.
You and I, or okay, you and my teenage son.
Huh.
One is definitely better. There's definitely one that you should pick, and it's not holding hands with my teenage boy. But I took Jonas to a Galaxy 2 game, and some Galaxy rep was like, Lostos. And my boy, who I usually don't allow to be disrespectful and to talk back to adults like that.
Talking back, boy.
He immediately corrects the guy and goes, Galaxy 2. I've never been so proud of him in my entire life. I mean, that's raise the young man right. Raise him properly.
Exactly. Other G2 news. I know we talked about the possibility of him coming back. It is official as of last month. Mike Munoz is back with the club. He's a director of methodology and development. What does that mean?
Still weird if you couldn't run the team, but now you're in charge of running the program.
The Galaxy today announced on January 21st, 2022, that the club has hired Mike Munoz as its director of methodology and development. Munoz will oversee all LA Galaxy Academy decisions. So basically the director of the academies. Yeah. But yeah, again, like what you said, wasn't good enough to be the coach.
It's weird, yeah. And it wasn't
to run the whole of the organization.
It wasn't like he had 1 year as the coach, like say guy at Manchester United, Ralph Rangnick. Like he's there for the year, but then he moves up into the moves upstairs and makes big decisions. Like you have a guy come in who can't really mess too much with the roster. Like that guy was in charge of that roster and that program for several years, and it was the worst tenure of Galaxy. To be fair to him, like it was regularly the worst tenure.
And I think to be fair though, I think wasn't who was the director at that time?
The GM.
Yeah, Pete.
Sending players on loan just to do it.
Yeah.
So I wish the guy success. He's a really nice guy. He's a Galaxy alum, even though it's just one game.
And then went off to Toronto and coached the team to the worst.
Right on back. Right on back.
Oh man.
Surround yourself with the people you're comfortable with.
Yeah, man. Hey, I guess so. If you're gonna go down with the ship, man, just bring all your buddies with you.
Bring your own boys.
Bring all your boys with you.
But I like Mike. He's nice. He's a nice guy.
Look, most of them are always nice.
They're not trying to suck.
Yeah.
Like, you got to understand, these guys want to wake up and do a job that you all like. I don't know. I haven't seen him in this role, so that I guess there's a chance it'll work. I don't know what, as a fan of Galaxy 2, I don't know what we saw last time he was here to make you joyous that he has come back at an elevated role.
I think I remember at one point when he was hired on the first time, I was excited because he had been working as an academy coach. Before that, he was very good at recruiting and spotting talent. And so I don't know what happened, if it just the level that he needed to be at coaching older players,
Mm-hmm.
it just didn't, click for him, or he had people above him who really didn't help him out with decisions like that and player decisions. So
It's just another dude that DTK got rid of. It's another little eraser on the fact that DTK was ever here.
yeah,
I don't know. Seems like DTK got rid of him, and then you fire him, and you bring Mike right back. Like it's. I would be fascinated to know what happened in that situation. Like why it's such a level of I don't know, erasure.
I mean that whole thing with DTK, it's like like you said, they just want they
It's like
flat
he
out
wasn't here.
never.
It's like he wasn't here.
Yeah.
So you think as soon as Mike saw DTK was going to fine orders, he's like on the phone with Chris going, "Hey, what's up, man?"
Well, I'm probably sure it was the opposite way of
Or you think
I mean,
clients reaching
I
out
assume
like,
the
it's
Toronto.
like a Vanny guy.
Yeah, I assume it's the Toronto link.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Speaking of the head coaching job, G2 announced that I'm gonna butcher the name.
You got this.
Yohan Dame, because he's French, so I'm assuming that's what it is. The Galaxy announced on January 28th that G2 had hired Yohan Dame, who before coming to Galaxy 2 was with Cincinnati for 4 years as an assistant, and then a 2-time interim coach. And then before that, he was with the Montreal. He was a Montreal youth coach from 2014 to 2017. So definitely a lot of experience with the youth side and coaching, and only 31, very very young still, younger than us, which is weird.
Yeah.
Coaching the G2s. So good luck to him. Good luck to the boys. Hopefully it works out and we see some good development. See some kids come up, and we'll see. In their last year as in the USL.
It's why it's hard to.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard to give a shit. Like if.
Well, here's the thing: why you should give a shit, because it's probably going to be the last time you're ever going to be able to watch these guys on a streaming website.
Well, it's concerning. Well, the only part that was strange.
Enjoy any time they're on ESPN Plus, because it might be the last time you see any of them on your computer screens or your televisions.
He was a part of that French group that was connected to the Jerome Miri guy, the guy who's brought all those French players.
All the players now, yeah.
So there have been many curious things financially with the Galaxy for the past few years. It should be included on the list of things that are curious financially about the Galaxy, that you have 1 year left of your USL tenure, and rather than keep the coach who had you playing pretty good soccer, pretty good soccer, you would let him go and replace him with another guy who is connected to the person who's bringing in all of your terrible, long-lasting French signings.
It's almost as if the one guy is just.
What's like if you're and I'm not accusing,
just rolling the Galaxy for money.
I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I have no reason to believe but it's like if you were trying to give someone a contract, if you were trying to hand some money to somebody, and you had someone where you signed a lot of players from them regularly, and you needed an opening where I guess you didn't really need an opening. I mean, that would be a way to bring someone in and pay them in a role that doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't really matter.
So are we trying to clean the money, or what's going on?
I don't know who's doing what. It's just
is Chris Klein trying to.
You have. I don't
does
know.
he owe some money?
I wouldn't. I was if I had someone I would accuse, it wouldn't be Chris. But I do think there's something fishy around him. It's just it's weird. You didn't need to fire Junior. Like I get firing, like him not making the playoffs, and maybe that was a priority for him in the way it was never a priority for Mike Munoz, who just got a promotion out of the fact that he didn't make didn't really make the playoffs and didn't do too
Oh,
well.
he failed up
As Galaxy 2?
far. Like,
So that's what I
he
mean.
failed up hard, yeah.
Like why would you bring in this coach? And this coach may be magical and the only way you could get him was to sign him right now, and I have no idea. But he's linked to the guy who brings all the signings that nobody likes on long contracts. Like he's in business with that guy. You didn't need,
and he's in bed. He's like way in bed with the Galaxy.
how great of a job can he do to maintain a job for next year if we're pulling out of the USL? And as far as we know, like MLS Next is for children, and we're not going there. And there wasn't any development on the reserve league. So if it's one more year at USL, it seems really weird that you would fire your coach and bring in a new coach who is tied to the guy who helps bring in a lot of your signing. That seems, just talking out loud, seems strange to me.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like someone's trying to clean some money. Like they always say like the MLS owners have used their teams as basically just a tax write-off.
It's a tax write-off, yeah.
And so, hey,
We gotta start getting some of that money back.
follow that money, man.
No, don't follow it because it doesn't matter. Like I don't care. I hope Jalen Neal, Marcus Furcranis, Preston Judd, Jonathan Perez, Daniel Aguirre, Josh Drack, Owen Lamb play some good soccer next year. Anybody else that I really liked who's down there? Michael Salazar. That's what we should be talking about.
Oh yeah,
Let's go. But hey, look,
the future, the 29-year-old.
What's his coach's name?
Future.
What's his coach's name?
Johan Dame.
Hey, we're all behind you, Dame. It's gonna be a big season for Galaxy 2, my man Dame. Let me not fuck this up for Michael. It's gonna be a big season for Johan Dame. It's gonna be a big season for Johan Dame. Might potentially have a Belize national team player down in Galaxy 2. Couldn't be happier. I'm letting everyone know. I got an open bounty on my man's jersey. Whoever brings it to me, 50 doubloons. Somebody looked up doubloons. It's worth like $5. It's nothing. Okay. 50 gold doubloons is still nothing. 50 doubloons. I'm gonna knock it back to the ones that
like have the chocolate inside.
Yeah, they're not gonna be real. It's gonna be bullshit. But whoever gets me a Michael Salazar jersey, I want a Michael Salazar jersey so goddamn bad. Would easily be the first Belize player in Galaxy history. So. Whomever makes it happen.
He signs.
He scored 2 goals in his first game. So I mean, come on, man. Let's make that shit happen.
29-year-old future.
The future. Michael. Los Future, right? How do you say that? Salazar.
Our good friend B. Lynn says Belizean Messi.
Belizean Messi, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it.
There you go. Yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting because you're gonna have a lot of these guys, especially if we're moving into that U23, very young players. How many of these guys, like the Josh Dracks, how many of them are going to survive the cut next year?
Drac will. Like your Drax, a lot of that'll depend because you look at G2 and it looks like we're going to keep this what is it, Mutu kid, or however you pronounce his last name, the one that we drafted, Ferrara. I don't know. Sorry guys, I've been out. The one kid we drafted who's a forward, I think he wears number 29. It sounds like we may keep him. Michael Salazar, obviously getting locked up for a long-term deal. Got to make it happen. Maybe a 5-6 year deal. Get it over the line. Okay. You could, you're going to see competition for Preston at least in that position. I don't know, but again, if it doesn't matter, like if this USL season doesn't matter, like why would you keep these kids? I don't know. Something has to be happening. Because it doesn't make sense that you would sign all these draft picks and keep all these college kids around and keep all these trialists around if you're not planning on doing something with a second team. It looks pretty thin right now.
That's how it always looks, though. Once the season starts, that's when
then it starts to lock up.
It gets filled out.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with that team. Ferrara Mutatu.
That's why I say pay attention because it's going to be an interesting year with G2. So, and especially moving away from USL is. I mean, that's what's happening. And
as of now, moving into nothing.
Yeah. There's no reserve league. There's no MLS Next. Nothing's happening right now.
Yeah, Remy Cabral was on a 4 or 5 year deal. So he's a long-term signing. And I heard making a pretty penny down there. So,
Who's that guy's agent?
Look, all I'm saying, don't mess up Michael Salazar's opportunity here, Ed. I'm not accusing nobody of nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just want to see all my Kings thrive.
Yeah. Of course. All right, moving on to Galaxy news. since we've last been here, there's been a lot of player signings, all those draftees. If you want to go, I can go down the list. Talk about some of these players that we got.
At least hit them fast, because I'm fairly certain we may have talked about them before. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure we haven't been here since any of the signings.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long ass time.
Yeah. Who's new to this club? Oh, Marky Delgado.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't been here since him.
Mark.
Oh, you went Mark.
Yeah, he corrected people. Mark. Which is weird to say, like, don't call me Marky when your Twitter handle is Marky Delgado.
Marky.
But,
Mark.
That's that Galaxy PR team. They're not what they used to be. They would have had that shit changed ASAP.
Yeah. Mark Delgado. So, another one of Vanny's boys from Toronto.
Number 8.
Wearing the number 8. What do you think? I mean, kind of thing what he said with Greg Vanny's mentioned in the preseason that he kind of sees him and Revolution as like both box to box guys. So
it's because he's not. It's because he's not stupid. It's because
Yeah.
Greg Vandy is not dumb. I'm a firm believer Mark Delgado will likely be our most important signing.
And he showed well in the preseason games. Like
Runs his ass off.
Yeah.
That's all you want. All you want is a midfielder who shows active effort on the field, and that's what you get out of him.
Local kid too, so coming home.
Where's he from?
Glendora.
Right on. 10th number 8 in Galaxy history.
only 10?
Yeah.
Seems so little. Raheem Edwards, one of our new signings.
Mm-hmm. The left back, right?
Mm-hmm. What do you think? Another one that
He's a starter.
former Levi's players coming over.
Yeah, but the first to come directly.
Mm-hmm.
I liked him what I saw. I appreciate this stage of my life where I care about that a lot less. Like there was a time that would really bother me, and I could not give less of a shit. I'm just like, whatever. Like it's laundry, man.
At this point, it's like, how worse could he be than the guys we had last year?
He's better than Villafania. Like I want to be one. I like the idea of being one of those clubs where like I think it's in the teens maybe of players that have moved directly from Real Madrid and Barcelona and vice versa in the teens, well over 100 years. I would love to be one of those clubs. You know what I really want to be? A club whose left back doesn't get burned constantly. That's way more important to me, especially if you're like star designated players in his last year to win an MLS Cup and get the picture. Like it's really important to me that my starting left back, who we brought in, this coaching staff and this administration, air quotes, allegedly brought in, despite it, rumored to be taking place before he signed. I prefer that guy not get torched all the time, and Raheem Edwards can help me accomplish that.
Canadian.
He's a Canadian.
Yes, sir.
Good
So
for
he
him.
can't be that good.
He can't be that good. They're top of qualifying right now, so I
Yeah,
wouldn't be
that
talking
is
too much
true.
shit.
And actually, the best player in the region is Canadian. So
That is true as well. Who else is new to this team? Let's see right here. Sorry, I'm going down the roster of on the Galaxy website.
Didn't you guys miss us?
I miss it so much. Well, it's
Did you guys miss that prep
it's like
work?
really slow. Sorry, I had to borrow one of Ben's laptops, and
I'm not even making
I'm
fun
not
of
even
you.
kidding.
I didn't do it. You just need like another player that we signed?
no, I have it. I'm putting it up right now. Kelvin Leardam.
First Surinamese player in Galaxy history.
Yeah, I love that you could just bust this out.
what
man.
number is he wearing?
He is wearing, hold on,
18.
I would have said 44. 18, really?
18.
Now, who took 44? Someone took 44.
I'm looking on the roster. None that I see. Maybe one of the
Raheem
new-
Edwards. Edwards took 44.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So another defender. I think we've kind of been building up that defense a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
trying to
Play right back.
bring that up a little bit. You have all the trialists that we are the draft kids that we brought in.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is brought in? Another goalkeeper. We brought in for Richard Sanchez. We brought him in, 21-year-old. Again, local kid, Mission Hills.
Well, we let pretty much all the young keepers go. I think except Eric Lopez.
Eric Lopez is still with the team. Yeah, you had Von Sega's gone. Who's with Portland now, I think.
That sounds right.
I think he signed with Portland. Who else was let go?
Abraham Romero.
Oh, but he was let go the
Season
season
before.
before. Yeah. But Eric Lopez is like their long-term project. that they swear,
Yeah.
and then they sign a 21-year-old.
Keep bringing people over him, so I don't know.
So I don't know about
Kid's
that.
got to play at some point.
Yeah, I don't know. But let's talk about the big signing, of course, is the DP,
Cleared him.
Douglas Costa.
Oh.
What happened?
Say Kelvin leered him.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty important. I mean, he's probably going to be starting right back at some point this season.
Once Rojo gets signed in the summer.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Although if you're the Galaxy, you want to hold him till after the World Cup. But most teams are probably going to come in for him before the World Cup because that's how they save money. And they're interested in saving money.
So let's talk about Douglas Costa, man. New
Big
DP.
DC. DC lightning bolt. That seems.
What do you think? Is this as a DP? Are you excited, or are you kind of like meh? What's your feelings on signing of Douglas Costa?
On skill, he's the best player on the Galaxy. Like, I get the animosity, and I get or the faux animosity. I get it, but like we just signed the best player skill wise that we have on the team. That's always a good day. I get he's not the level that I think some people are interested in for a third DP, which is fair. Yeah, that's a fair criticism. If you're looking for your big superstar, but in the way we tend to build teams, we don't have two big superstars at the same time. And the Galaxy's big superstar is Chicharito. So every other signing is going to be someone who's going to complement Chicharito and try to get the best out of him because he is your star guy. Douglas Costa is a complimentary figure and someone who I think is a good complimentary figure. I think what they're planning is going to work. The formation makes much more sense than it made last year. Greg has more of the pieces to kind of work with to put together what I think he wants rather, and the way I think he wants to play. Douglas Costa fits that mold perfectly. He's not Ronaldo. He's not Luka Modric or Xherdan Shaqiri, which would have been nice. He's not any of the names that, people kind of would have liked, but positionally he fits and he makes sense and it should work, hopefully.
And you're not locking this guy in like a 5-year deal.
It's a 6-month loan. I mean, it's weird to loan a player who's on loan, especially if that loan is to a second division team. But it's a 6-month loan. I think it's a 1-year commitment with a 1-year option. So it's, if you're only in a year and a half, I think. If you're only in for a year and a half, like that's great. And then still have the option for the second year. And you can always tap out, something nicer comes up. I think it's going to work out. I'm hopeful it's going to work out. I get the negativity in the opinion, but I don't know. He hasn't kicked a ball that you've seen. Like what's to be angry about?
And then they saw the TikTok video of his presentation.
Oh my God. It's it's not. It wasn't Zlatan, and I think part of the issue is you produce Zlatan.
Which intern was standing in the background like waving the flashlight?
Yeah, well, you produce Zlatan and you produce like the Pavon, the
Maestro.
Yeah. Like you've produced some real nice ones lately. The Chicharito reveal was that video package they put together. That was really nice. It's a little it's a little underwhelming, but whatever. It doesn't.
And I just love that people are like, oh my goodness, Brazil's more than capoeira and carnival. It's like,
but not to them.
But come on.
But not to them.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
This is the team that's like lowriders and like
Ed said that. That wasn't me.
Dudes with face tattoos and lowriders and
Now you all recognize that it's true, which at some point you have to wonder how the culture is viewed, how your culture is viewed, if that's the way that they choose to advertise it to you. But that's one of those moments where I'm really glad they just completely ignore black people. This time, even in February, the fact that they completely ignore black people is great because I see how they view certain ethnicities and like I don't want to be.
Please don't do anything.
Hey, y'all, you won't come to the Galaxy game? Like that's what they would do for it would get a little over the top.
Yeah.
So I mean, I appreciate it didn't look great, regardless of what you think about Brazilian culture or how they choose to display that they had signed a new Brazilian. It didn't look like we were a big organization. It looked like Beckham got more than that. Like Beckham got more than that like 15 years ago. Like Beckham got more than that a long fucking time ago. A long time ago. it just for a group that prides itself on their social media presence
And their
all that.
presentations, yeah.
Yeah, it seemed a little, I didn't get mad about it like everybody else did, but it looked kind of cheesy, kind of campy, but whatever. Which is weird though, because we're in this era where like these soccer teams are going above and beyond for their player announcement videos. And this was, oof.
Yeah.
It wasn't, I'm not going to talk shit about it, but it didn't blow me away.
Because I know, I'm like, I probably would have done better. I
couldn't have, but they should do better than you.
They should. Yeah.
They should be able to do better than you. The goal isn't that, I can do this to the same level of someone who's never done this before. You should look at it with some level of like, oh shit, that's kind of dope. Especially if you miss the playoffs, again, and you're selling this guy on like he's the guy who's going to be able to do it. It's like, well, you can't stand behind him.
Well, he could have gone anywhere, Chris.
Yeah.
Douglas Costa could have gone anywhere.
They wrote that.
And he chose.
They wrote that shit.
He chose us, Chris. You should feel blessed.
He couldn't go to Gremio. He couldn't go to the team he was at. He couldn't go back to the club who owned his rights.
Nah, man. He chose us.
You're on loan from a loan.
Chris. He chose us.
You know what that is, all right? LAFC fans thought they were getting him. Apparently LAFC fans thought they were getting him.
So they went from happy to be like, whatever, we don't want him anyway.
Sucks. No, he sucks. Let me write an article about why he's terrible.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy.
I tell you though, man, I hope it works. I really do. I think positionally it's going to work. I think the formation's going to work. I think the tactic strategy is going to work. I'm really hopeful, and it's not just Costa. It's Costa. It's Leardom. It's Edwards. It's Mark Delgado.
And
like it's the way they complement each other.
It's guys like Cabral looking better in preseason. Grandsir looking up for it in preseason.
Gotta love the finicky Galaxy fan base that like immediately, you talk shit about Cabral and I'll gut you like a fish. And it's like 3 months ago, you were ready to deport the
Last week, you were like, this dude's still on the team?
Oh my God, get him gone. Well,
yeah.
It's that time, man. We're just a few weeks away from emotional swings from left to right every 4 days.
You ready? Are you ready?
I don't care. I don't give half a shit. This is the last episode of this. We do Rugby Cast starting next Wednesday, so it's not a problem.
Geography today.
History Cast.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be good.
So Ben will teach us about some geography in some part of the world, and then we won't know anything about it.
Oh yeah. I need something different besides Operation Paperclip. I feel like I already know about it. I want to learn about something brand new. Get my mind blown. Get my socks blown off.
Look, man, next week, bring the fact of the day back to the day.
Yeah, I'll get you something. I'll get you something good.
Cool. We'll drop it in, and got to just sprinkle it in whenever, random.
We'll talk. Do you know about the James Webb Telescope?
No.
I'll learn a little bit about that and teach about it. It's the successor to the Hubble. It just reached its.
The one that because they're like, never mind. Nope.
Astronomy just not something you should guess about.
I was thinking about the International Space Station that that one's like crashing down.
Yeah, it's not doing well.
Yeah.
No, James Webb is an upgraded version of the Hubble, but it's like a super version of the Hubble.
You're supposed to teach us next week, remember?
Yeah, I'll teach you about it next week. I'll you know what? Let me get certain about some aspects of it, and then I'll tell you about it.
All right, let's move on to the preseason games that we've missed since we've been gone. The first one of the season, the Galaxy faced New England Revolution, coming into earning a 4-0 victory. Not bad.
Yeah, we earned a 4-0 victory against a Bruce Arena team in preseason.
Who told them to take it easy?
I think it's the third goal.
Yeah.
They stopped running. Like everyone lost their. Oh God! See, this is why we got to cancel the show. This is why I can't do this because it draws me into caring. 3 days later, the Galaxy posts still dreaming of that night. It's like it's a fucking preseason game.
Yeah, relax.
Against a Bruce Arena team, man.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a. He doesn't. He's making you look good. He's bailing you out. He's doing you a favor. Although I will say, Omar looked. Oof. He's
looked dog shit for a while.
I didn't know it was that bad.
It's been bad. Yeah.
I still love him. Bring him back. Bring him home.
Nah, he's all right.
He's not. He wouldn't be. He. Based on that game, and again, it's a preseason game. Based on that game, I don't know a center back on the Galaxy he beats, including Neil and Fakranis. I don't know a single one that he would play in front of. Which is to that point, then you're bringing him back for Juninho levels of sentimentality, but for way more money.
Yeah, even then.
Shame.
So the goal scorers were Kevin Cabral, Dejan. I'm still fucking
Dejan Jovelik?
Jovelich, whatever, and then good old own goal, rounding out that fourth one. But we'll give it to Jalen because he really deserved that one.
So terrified. They're putting it in their own net.
Yeah. And then next home game was against Seattle, and is that the one they had at the Coachella Valley Invitational? That was supposed to spread the word of soccer, but no one was.
Couldn't care about. I can't care about
No
it.
one is able to go watch it. Except for Josh Guessman. Seen those nice pictures that they came out? Robert Moore took of him.
Oh no! Yeah, I did see that.
Those are good.
A couple of the guys were up there. Guessman was up there.
Mike.
El Trafico, Mike Gray
yeah.
was up there. Who? Anybody else? I know those two for sure. I don't know. I assume somebody else went up there. But yeah, I mean, what?
Preseason doesn't matter, man.
Even
Don't
if it did, how I can't watch it.
Yeah.
Like I can't watch it. What do you want me to do? It's like I'm following a soccer. I mean, it's early MLS.
And I love it. It's like, we're going to update you guys. And it's like, no updates.
35-minute water break. But you know this is the best part. This is what's beautiful. The moment the Galaxy tweeted out, we're going to update you, read that thread. As people are mocking them in advance because they know they're not going to update them.
No.
How can I have people asking me on Twitter, like, what I think about the preseason. It's like, how can I give a shit about something I can't see? Like, I can't see.
Which, either way, you shouldn't give a shit about preseason anyway.
But I have to trust. I have to in the games where Trafico and fucking shout out their shit, where El Trafico and Corner of the Galaxy are tweeting out or can't tweet out updates, or the closed door scrimmages. I'm relying on people I already don't trust to explain to me how my team's playing. What's the point? When I can see them, I can tell you about the first
you're
game.
Expecting Galaxy North Korea to update you on.
I mean, you chose a preseason location where you wouldn't be able to stream games. How can I care about it? You're encouraging me to not care. I spoke with an ex-Galaxy employee. I'll keep it there. I spoke with an ex-Galaxy employee this last week, and it was like, man, it's such a strange how they're setting this preseason up. It's really weird. And like the one comment I got back was like, it's a really weird choice to not stream the games. Like, it's a really weird choice to make it so that people, in the lead up to your season, when you didn't make the playoffs, when people were, into the season upset, when you have a big signing, most people aren't all that thrilled about, when the major signings you have made are like, with all due respect, save for probably Mark Delgado, like bench player
and
MLS guys.
Isn't like showing your preseason games, isn't that the best way of ramping up your season?
Getting people
and then getting people like, hey, grab your tickets. Like, you could have a big ass marketing campaign for 2 hours. Yeah.
And this isn't Chris Tucker complaining. Like, if they don't want to stream them, like, they don't want to stream them. What do you want? But if you find that you have moments in the season of a lack of fan engagement,
you wonder why.
Maybe earlier in the campaign, like there are ways you could go about avoiding that.
All right, and then that game ended up 1-1. Goals from Dejan, and then the next preseason game against New York Red Bulls ended 2-1. Again, Galaxy win. You had goals from Victor Vasquez on a really nice.
That was beautiful. I saw that.
Really nice free kick, yeah. And then Chicharito getting the goal as well.
So it looks like somebody's filming those games.
Well, yeah.
Somebody caught something. Is all I'm saying.
I mean, they have the goals on film, but you know how it is.
Do you think they know ahead of time when the players are going to score, or is it just like like a general recording situation? Because I'll take that. Like, they could post that online. I'll take that. That's fine.
That's anytime they getting closer to the attacking third.
I'm sure in the year 2022, there is no way to record that game and make it available for people.
No.
Just no streaming capabilities.
No, man. I mean, it's just we're not there yet at the technology where we can stream a game from anywhere.
Let me get Twitter for you real quick.
From anywhere.
Tucker's complaining online. Yeah, it's a weird time, man.
Hey, it is what it is.
Weird choices.
And then today they played against Vancouver with their first loss of the preseason 4-2. It's fine.
Oh no.
Whatever. And so the last scored? I'm trying to bring that up. I have no idea.
Let's say It was.
It was Grand Seer and Mutatu.
Oh shit! Good for him.
Yeah, I
good for
remember.
both of them.
Yeah, I remember correctly. Yeah,
Good for both of
if I
them.
remember correctly. The last preseason game is going to be this Saturday at 3 p.m. The game is going to be broadcast on LAGalaxy.com, so you can check it out. If you're not going to be at the game, you can go check it out. Sure.
Yeah.
Ramp up to the season that starts in like 9 days, 10 days.
You going?
Like I'm trying to. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, you should if you
Excited.
can.
I'm always excited for Galaxy season, and then
I like good preseason games.
for them
too.
to. For
I like
them to-
preseason. I like open cups. I'm into the. I like the the lower attended games.
and it's like more chill. It's like nothing's.
All the games are chill for me now. You'll get there.
Mm,
All the games with
I've
my
seen it.
family are very chill.
I've seen some games recently. I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, I'm chilling. Yeah, I don't know about everybody else, but I'm chilling. Oh, they lifted their mask mandate. We should probably talk about that if you're going to the preseason game.
No masks outside events.
We're gonna get Rogan here. You should get your real COVID information from doctors if you trust them, and not us. We don't know anything about COVID-19.
LA County just lifted the mandate, right?
Well, the state of
For
California
outdoor
did.
events?
I don't know if I don't think LA County did.
So we got an email from our school today that says that we can be outside without masks now, but we have to have them indoors.
So the Galaxy are recommending you wear a mask indoors or inside the stadium grounds. They're recommending you wear a mask inside the stadium grounds, but it's no longer mandated. Which, if you attended any of the games prior to this weekend, it's the exact same rules you were otherwise dealing with.
The games that I went to,
Whoa.
Let's just leave it there.
Let's just leave it right there. Let's just.
Okay.
Just what's important is going. Hang on, I got
What's
this.
important
I got
is
this.
the
Going
Galaxy.
forward,
The Galaxy recommend.
you go ahead, Ben.
The Galaxy recommend facial coverings at all times while you're in the stadium while you're not eating.
I'll give you a facial covering.
But please go to the concessions and make sure you buy from the concessions. You take your mask off, then you're fine.
When you're eating and drinking.
Yes.
When you're buying your bucket of cookies,
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
make sure you're wearing your mask.
If you're not buying a bucket of cookies when you go to the stadium, you're
What the
just
hell?
wrong.
What the hell are you doing? Why are you even going to the game?
That's right.
I don't understand that.
Literally, for the last 5 years, the bucket of cookies has been the best part of the Galaxy.
Yeah, basically. All right, before we get into our lightning round, let's talk about this new City of Dreams.
Oh, the kit release. Yeah.
Why do all they have to have names now? Why do they
Bro, it's 2022. It's
Why is that a thing now?
because we have
Like the what is it? Austin has the Sentimento kit or whatever, and then there's like I forgot someone has a community kit this year. Like why are we
you gotta be
naming
branding,
it now?
baby. It's all about branding. Branding makes it easy. Because then you don't have to remember what year a jersey came out. You can just remember the Up in Smoke kit or whatever they call it, the Hendrix kit.
Oh yeah, the Purple Haze.
Yeah, Purple Haze kit. Like it's just part of branding. It's all branding. I liked it. What did you think about it?
I don't mind it at all. I think it's simple. I probably would have done without one of the quasars, either on the neck or on the shoulders, but not both.
I haven't seen it up close. I saw the one Hercules Gomez posted.
I like the texture on the jersey.
That looks fucking clean.
Yeah,
It looks good, man. I mean, I don't know. For me, it looks nice. I like
and
I
like
the
the
whole deal.
particular blue they're using. I dig it.
Seems nice. Seems like a good kit. Clean, white, simple, perfect jersey for a season before a rebrand, if that's what happens.
Do I wish they would have had like the sash that kept going? Yeah, sure. I mean, they kept us looking unique in the league. That's pretty monotone when it comes to their jerseys. But
Yeah,
10, 15 years ago, they dropped the sash for a little bit.
I got
it back.
I got a bit of a love-hate relationship with the sash. There are some I realized it thinking about it today. My top 3 favorite Galaxy jerseys all have a sash. 05 away, 2009 away, like the authentic Tech Fit one has that blue sash through the middle, and the 2019 home jersey, the first with the 5 stars, the Zlatan one. Love a good sash. Whatever that sash is that comes across where the blue kind of streaks and breaks up separately, that everyone, I think it's 2014, everyone really likes. Can't stand it.
I like the non-authentic. I like the replica version of it.
No, I like this one. This is the 2016.
Yeah,
2015, 2016.
that's like one of my favorites.
I like this one, but it was the last landing year where it's like it comes down and it breaks up and they're like not together and it's like a blue streaky down.
Yeah.
Don't like that one. Hated the
I
2020
think
home.
the replica version of that one is better.
I didn't
It
get
completely goes down.
It goes all the way. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't get one of those. But it's like there's some that I can't stand that I really don't like, and there's some that I just love. So it's a you give and take. I'm good with taking a break from it for a little bit, maybe falling in love with it again if we ever get back there. But
Hey, come on, how many
current
people
one.
are just gonna wear the community kits anyways?
A lot of people. No, everyone's going to buy this. Everyone who's complaining about this jersey is going to buy it. Every
yeah.
single person who is complaining about it, they're all going to purchase, except for Bob Ramsey and Jamesy because it has Herbalife on it. But they have stuck to this for years. They're not going to buy one as long as Herbalife is a shirt sponsor, because they trade on people's hopes and dreams. That one's for you, Bones. Besides them, everyone else can buy it. Like, what is the point in complaining about it if you are certain that the day it comes out, you're going to buy several versions of it?
This definitely seems like a jersey that's gonna you'll find it at Ross at some point.
Oh, this jersey will be a collector's item. Yeah, this will be a collector's item. You just got to give it time. You got to think forward. Don't customize it with a personal name on the back, or even a player who might not be good.
I wouldn't even think about it.
You
Player,
do
yeah.
nice, and you either leave it blank, or you do a superstar player who's going to be a guaranteed hitter.
Even then,
Who would that be?
I wouldn't do any of them really, because Chicharito's going to be gone probably next year.
So if you think
no one's going to care about Cabral in 5-10 years.
so Tuck,
blank.
if you think of jerseys as a moment in time,
Mhm.
like this jersey is a moment in time, this team, who on this team are you gonna get?
Who would I get on this team?
Rahu maybe.
Why would I get a jersey of someone who I think is going to be gone in like 5 months?
Would you get what about for Kranis or Neal?
For Kranis or Neal, pretty
Cool.
up there.
Revolution?
If it's a first team, I would probably go with Cabral because he's long term. It's more of me hoping you do really well. I say these in air quotes, in the later stages of my life, I'm more interested in the superstar jerseys. So
how are you not just gonna get yourself a Salazar jersey?
because I want a real one. I want that sweet Belize sweat on it. I would. Yeah, it'd probably be Cabral because of the time, like it's the time investment that we're doing with him.
Ed?
That's awkward. No, I'd get Rahu. I mean,
Why is it awkward?
he's a star that
Well, I guess
your club cultivated, and he's gonna
Sure.
go off and
Sure we did.
do it. Yeah, I know.
We'll take credit for it.
That's why I air quoted
Yeah.
it. Yeah. I mean, it's a guy who's regularly getting called up for his national team now, and he'll probably go on to.
Regular air quotes again thrown around a lot today.
I would get
Would
Rahu.
it take like an injury and a suspension for him
And
to play?
of all the guys who are regular starters and who are out there doing stuff for the community, no, but honestly,
Who
really,
actually does it?
who
for the
really
community.
is doing
Yeah.
stuff for the community, like that's the story I dig. I would get that guy's jersey.
Were it not for him likely being sold this summer, he would be at least near the top of the list.
'Cause I feel like he's still gonna always at least for the the foreseeable future, he'll be a guy who someone sees the jersey like, oh, Raho, I dug that guy.
Ah,
So clearly Chicha will be probably the top selling player jersey. Who do you think's number 2?
Well, I don't know. I think probably Douglas Costa's probably gonna outsell him.
No.
No.
Not even, dude.
No. It's a World Cup year, and they're struggling to score goals. It'll definitely let him get called up for a
Do
qualifier.
you think he's really gonna get called? Oof.
Ed, look, it's like a movie. You got to make it like a movie. What greater redemption is there? Is not only for Chicharito to captain the Galaxy this year, which is unofficial, but it's probably going to happen.
Win MLS Cup.
Captain the Galaxy, the captain of LAFC, just said, no, my time with Mexico is all
This is
done.
done, yeah.
And in the same
Again.
interview, Chicharito's like, yeah, I'm available. They want to call me. They can come call me. Come on. Let the kid get called. Let him get called up for one qualifier. He gets called up for a qualifier. First off, it's not a real contest. There's not a sellable asset on the Galaxy as far as your marketing in the way remotely close to Chicharito. It's going to be him by a country mile. But let him get called up for the national team. Oh, in the same year, Vela's like, no, thank you. In a World Cup year, come on, easy money,
All right.
money.
Ben, what do you think of the jersey?
Not really thrilled with it. I'm a big sash guy. I like the sash. I always like the sash. I thought it's unique, something different in this league where everything, like you said, is bland. And the stars, it just reminds me of something like Reminds me of like a 1970s Evil Knievel, like someone's jumping over Snake River or something, man.
I can see that.
Someone needs a cape.
Bullshit.
And, like-
You weren't into Evil Knievel in the 70s?
No, I'm not saying I wasn't, but I'm just saying.
Look, man, he was in his 30s at that point. Like, he wasn't trying to get down with that Evil Knievel stuff.
But yeah,
I had dinner at 4:30. Evil Knievel would come on at 6. It was just too late. I had Madlock. It was done.
but I do agree, Ed. I think the stars on the sleeve and the collar are a bit much. I think just the sleeve would have been
I think
fine.
that's my only really.
Or
like,
what I
big
think would have been
criticism.
cool is on the sleeves and then just the one quasar like in the middle.
Or you know what? A lot of like the jerseys that have been released have had like the. I don't even know how you would describe it. Like the images, but it's like not really visible. Kind of like I don't know what like a texturized.
Like an emboss.
Yeah, basically, yeah, an
pattern.
emboss.
Yeah.
Like maybe doing that with like some quasars or something like that. Like a little bit like a design, something like that. Like I think I'm gonna.
Isn't that what they did with the sash last time they went
That
all
one-
white? It was like it was embossed on a. Couple
No, it was
of
like,
those.
it was the blue away jersey.
No, even
It was
the-
like a blue and then a dark blue, like a sash.
Even
Like
in
it
the-
wasn't really visible.
That's how that 09 was.
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
09
thinking of. But
sashes.
yeah,
yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just.
am I gonna get it? Fuck, probably.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Like you're gonna
I
buy
know.
it anyway.
I'm a
Exactly.
sucker, man. What are you
Yeah.
talking
You're
about?
gonna buy at least one,
I'm an idiot with a galaxy tattoo. Like, yeah, of course I'm gonna get a fucking jersey.
and it's not a bad jersey.
No,
Like it's not. It's if you own a 2020 home,
look
you're
at
not
the
really in a
look
place
at that
to complain.
Portland Rose one or
Oh,
whatever the hell they
Lord,
got.
that is.
It looks like my grandma's moo. Like, come on, man. Like,
Oh man.
like it's not good.
It's not. I don't. I. That's one of those things. I was unclear how it passed through. What is it? Your quality assurance stage. Like it's. Ooh. It's just an ugly jersey. There's no really two ways of spinning it. It's an ugly jersey. I'll take ours. I think we have the best back-to-back combo in this league right now.
Oh, we have the
Our
best
home and away jerseys
right now.
are
Oh yeah,
sick.
yeah, 100%. Did you see that new Charlotte one though? Like the black and mint.
Yeah.
That was pretty nice. But then I think there's like 4 different teams that have like a mint jersey this year.
It looks. I know you don't play it, but the Charlotte jerseys look like a Football Manager jersey you get before you make all the additions and changes, and you
You
put
actually
in
get like
real
some money to
when you
put
make
into
it look
Yeah.
good. Well, no, it's not even money. You just download these files from the internet. But it's like the base because they don't have any of the licenses. That's how they keep the price low. So it's like Liverpool red and Liverpool blue or something, or Merseyside blue. Is how they have it in
PS.
PES. Yeah, like that's the way the Charlotte kits look to me. Like very bland, very very.
I think they're
OEM.
I would probably, if I was a Charlotte fan, I'd probably rock that away one more than I would that home one.
Yeah, but I imagine they're just happy to be invited to the bowl. Just glad to be playing along.
If you talk to the coach is like, we ain't got no chance.
It's not a great team.
All right, let's move on. Let's get them lightning round questions in. Ben, do you have those ready for us, sir? Do you have the sound ready for us? We haven't heard this in a while.
Pew, pew.
Pew.
Pew, pew. Ooh, oh, hello.
So again,
That's my Barry White pew.
Pew.
we got a lot of responses on the lightning round response, just saying, hey, they're happy we're back. A couple of messages
I wanna
to
love
me.
you.
That is not what we asked you for. Please don't do that again. If you do it again, you're going to be blocked from our Instagram account.
We asked for questions, idiots.
God damn it.
No, I'm just kidding.
Fucking days of softness is over.
Goddamn snowflakes.
Rodriguez 1513.
Operation Paperclip. This is how Joe Rogan got big. This is where it starts at.
Because he is like, no, I'm just going to talk about whatever.
He's speaking free.
He doesn't know about geography either. Fuck him, man.
Doesn't matter.
Let's go.
Ed, drop those N-bombs. Go for it. Hold on. He's going to do it.
Ninja.
Oh, I thought you were going. I was going to give you a pass.
It's cool. My best friend's black. It's fine.
Yeah. It's all right. I give you a pass.
Yeah, thank you. Go on, Ben. You had questions?
He's like, I want to see if he does it.
Yeah. So it's good to be back. Everyone else, they seem to like us being back. Anyways, why
Why?
Rodriguez 1513? Why does Chicha look like he's 50 years old?
Oh man, have you seen the pictures that the Galaxy posted? It's not great. It's not complimentary. As soon as they post, so the what's the name of the jersey? City of Dreams. City of Dreams. It's the COD kit. Boom, easy. As COD.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Yeah, you're good?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, you look confused. You look like you're trying to sound it out in your head.
No, I was like, oh, that doesn't sound good.
God.
He's like, there's a fish on it?
Yeah. In the picture, like they're zoomed in. They have that like DP filter they use. It's kind of like very, very light, so you can't see the wrinkles and all that. It's just not. It's not.
They had to soften that up a little bit. Though.
It's not working. Yeah, I don't know if he's got a tougher situation than Zlatan had or Gerrard had, but it's you're seeing the age come through in a
well,
big
we're seeing
way.
if it's anything like the Douglas Costa video, like they're not spending money on them,
yeah,
them
it's
edits.
in there. Maybe, and that might be it. You might be right. It might be waiting.
They
for
don't have the budget for the Photoshop anymore.
They're waiting to sell Araujo and Efrain before they can do it.
Their Adobe account suspended, and so like they're like, we're doing MS Paint now, baby.
Hannah, never mind. It's like Hannah took the login when he bounced. He was like, "Fuck these motherfuckers." Yeah, it's. I forgot our question. What were we talking about?
50. He looks 50.
Why TJ looks
Why
so
he looks
old.
50? I don't even because he's aging and life is hard.
Their Adobe student account expired now. They didn't want to pay for the full year.
Like life is difficult, and he's getting older, and what have you. He does look much. He looks like more than one off season has passed. Like I think that's the big gap. But really, like when they posted the pictures, I pulled up his debut at Man United because I watched that game and I saw the contrast between those two people. Don't worry about how old Chicharito looks. Worry about how much older you look. Whoever asked that question, worry about how much older you look than you think you look. Because I assure you, Ed, he was a baby playing for Manchester United. And I watched that debut game, and now I'm going to watch his last preseason game. And I've aged the exact same amount of time as he has, but like he just plays soccer for a living, and my life has been entirely stressful in all of that time. So I can only imagine what I must look like if that's what he looks like as a pampered footballer.
Black and crack.
Like, well, it doesn't crack it. It's the one benefit I got. But the day's gonna come where it finally fucking cracks, and then I'm finished. I got nothing. I got nothing in this world.
Catcher's mitt.
But then you can like walk around and like call everyone like, hey, look at here, son. And then like with the cane and like a
Start smacking people with my
Yeah.
cane. Then I get shot by gang members on my way to church.
the coolest people are like the oldest black dudes. Like
The most racist people you have ever met in your life, are older black people. They don't say it while you're there, but I assure you, they are talking shit about you. If they're anything like my family members, they are talking shit about you the moment you walk out of the room. It's just facts. Just not even my family members, like all of the other ones I have met in my life.
that was
Probably
question
save for my
one.
grandfather. That's
All right.
question one. What's next?
Next,
Yeah,
go
that's
on.
why he looks old. Because old black folks are racist.
It's tough life, man.
Jay Espinoza wants to know over under for Douglas Costa 13 goals, but also
Oh, under.
Rafa said 15 goals.
Oh, under.
15 goals plus assists. Like 15 total contributions.
Contributions? Yeah, way over. I think.
So I'll throw those two together.
Well, his over under was 13.
That was a yes.
But that was just goals. Are we talking like?
Yeah, no, that was goals, and then the other one was goal scoring contributions.
So let's just say
15.
Let's say goal scoring contributions.
Over 13, 100%.
15.
15.
Yes.
Yes, I'll say yes.
I don't think he's getting that many goals. Assists maybe. I'll say under. I'm gonna go under.
Under.
So you're guessing the Galaxy aren't going to have a good year then?
I think it's just gonna be spread around.
No, I think if the Galaxy are going to have a good year, it's going to have to be over that.
Maybe.
You need the DP to perform.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know. I can't. I would struggle to see. Him. Yeah, I mean, to Ben's point, I would struggle to see him being successful. I would struggle to see us as a team being successful
'cause
with
look,
the one new major acquisition
Who
not
just got here?
contributing to the way he should.
Who just got here?
Yeah.
Who we don't know his visa situation, so we don't know if he's even going to be able to play this next couple weeks. Who knows when he starts integrating with the team? How long it's going to take him to like find his groove with the players around him? I would say 15's.
Very negative Ed these days, man.
Sorry, I'm being real.
Being honest.
Okay,
Number one.
partner.
Whoa.
Black history.
Galaxy marketing again. Yeah. 15. I mean, goal scoring contributions. He should hit 15 easy. He hasn't been throughout his career the biggest goal scorer. It's not really his game.
And in the last couple of years, he hasn't really been on that assist sheet either. So,
but he can run his ass off, and Cabral can run his ass off. And if
that's why I say I think it's going to be a little more spread out than.
Well, if you're just asking him to make assists and get Chicharito in the right place and get Cabral in the right place, I mean, I like the idea of, when you have either winger on either side, they run to the line, they cross the ball in. LAFC in their first year did it all the time. Second year when Vela was scoring like crazy, it was just a run they made. Runner takes the ball to the line, crosses it in, either crosses it to the top of the box where you have a late runner, or will cross it in directly across the box trying to get it the late runner across the box, or the guy standing at a penalty spot. Chicharito is at least from what we saw last year, is the exact type of poacher, the exact type of forward you would want sitting at the penalty spot waiting for Douglas Costa to play the ball in. Cabral, if it's too fast for Javier, he's taking his time, whatever, he's slightly older. Cabral is the type that you would want running opposite with Costa so he can cross the ball in and Cabral can get it on the back post. I don't know how we're successful if either of those guys aren't hitting, solid 13 to 15 goal scoring contributions. I would hope we're looking at 10 goals alone from Costa and probably 10 to 15 from Cabral, or mix those up, say 20 or 25, 30 goals between the two of them. I would like to see that just spread out so it's not all on Javier, but I would just struggle to see how we can't make all those pieces work and be successful.
See, it's about low expectations.
Yeah,
can't get hurt.
That's my problem. I keep them all at the same place, and then I just let my pain be dictated by the club.
Yeah, there you go.
Will Araujo leave before or after the World Cup?
We talked about that a little bit. I say before. Well, maybe he's sold, but they loan him back to us. So does that count? He's not.
He
really
would be
leaving.
sold, yeah.
He's sold, but
is
not
the question
leaving.
whether he's sold or whether he'll leave?
Whether he'll leave.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely see a big club making the investment and then saying, well, we'll loan him back to you for the year because we need him playing, and he wants to go to the World Cup, and he's going to need to play.
Yeah.
Like, Mexico needs him to play. Mexico is going to advise him, hey, you're better off staying at the Galaxy than going to where, I mean, you're going to see that as a problem this whole year with U.S. men's national team players. Arsenal's getting ready to bring in another forward, even though they just signed Matt Turner and have now claimed him from New England. So you're gonna get
goalie or forward?
The goalie.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you're going to see that on the U.S. men's national team side in general, where you're going to have players not playing because they're at big clubs who are trying to win things, and it's not their imperative to play whatever U.S. men's national team player you give a shit about. It's in Julian's best interest to hang. I wouldn't be surprised if he hung out on the Galaxy all year to ensure he gets to go to the World Cup with Mexico and then takes off after the World Cup. I still think he leaves in the summer. I think the reason you bring in Leardom is as a starting right back in the event you get an offer you can't turn down for Julian in the summer, because you may have a bidding war for Julian in the summer from multiple teams that are watching him that don't want to send him to the World Cup. I'll vote that he leaves, but you'll take stay. Works.
I'll take stay. I think he is sold. I don't know if he leaves though. Is what I think he maybe just.
I like your loan back. Loan back works. Loan back solves everything for everyone.
Kind of seems to be the way things are going too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah,
MLS clubs with the higher profile players tend to get some loan backs. So let's see. Jay Espinoza wants to know your starting 11 for this season. Tucker, I think you tweeted that out, didn't you?
Yeah, I made an 11 that I think works. It's a 4-2-1-3 with a Bond in goal, Raheem Edwards at left back, Derek Williams and Koulibaly, I imagine, but it probably should be Depew based on what we've at least seen so far.
It's looking like it's going to be Koulibaly and Depew.
Depew, what is his deal?
Williams is like injured. He can't stay healthy.
But some mixture of Williams, Koulibaly, and Depew at center back. Julian Araujo will start at right back unless he's sold, and then Kelvin Leardom will take over. In the two, I have Mark Delgado and Ryan Revolution. They can both play defensive midfield. They can both run their ass off. Mark Delgado definitely runs his ass off as a D mid and a center midfielder. At the one, I'll skip that. At the 3, you have Cabral on the left, Chicharito in the center, and Douglas Costa on the right. You're going to have those two guys, Cabral and Costa, doing the majority of the running for Javier. You saw last year when he scored a ton of goals, he had to do a lot of the creating himself. He had to do a lot of the hard running himself. If you want to preserve an older player's body at that age, certainly one that's having a lot of muscle injuries on his legs, you need other people to do the majority of the running for him. So he only needs to be really explosive at the end when you need him to latch onto a ball. We can't play him in the same way we played Zlatan, where we just kick the ball up to him and let him figure it out because he's so much bigger and more dominant than everyone. He got killed last year. He got killed every single time it was him by himself. So Costa and Cabral should make that a little bit easier. At the 1, it's either Vasquez or it's Efrain Alvarez. And what sucks is like that was the same question last year.
Well, I think the question that a lot of people have been asking is do you put Costa in that position and put Grandsir and Cabral outside?
I wouldn't, and there's a couple reasons I wouldn't do it. Number one is like if you watch, and you can all go on, you can hop on Footballia right now, watch his Gremio games, Douglas Costa's Gremio games.
Questions about it.
He chiefly played on a right wing, far pushed up in an attacking 3, in the same way you would play him in that formation I just named, where he's the runner off the right side. Always played with a number 10, an actual number 10, a attacking midfielder. In Brazil, where that's still done, it's still prevalent. It's a big part of their football culture, which is where you would need to re-sign Vasquez or sign Alvarez, but he didn't play in that role. He always played out on the wing. The other end is in letting Lletget go and letting a lot of these wide midfielders go. There's not a lot of people to come in. If you want to maintain that same formation balance, there's not a lot of people to sub in. We already see that Grandsir doesn't play a full 90. He either gets subbed on or gets subbed off of, I think, every game he played in. I don't remember him completing one. So it almost would make more sense to save him as a bench option and bring him in late in the game if Costa's run his legs out like crazy, or you have an injury, or you just want to mix things up, or you want to drop a winger back because you can't play Costa as a right wing. You would need to play him way up there with the forwards. So I think Grandsir is someone that's going to come off the bench more, and you end up playing Costa at a pressed up right wing. It's a third forward.
Okay.
4-2-1-3.
Yeah, that was a question about Efrain. So the other question about Efrain was if he never gets sold, just becomes a decent MLS central attacking midfielder. Is that good enough?
It's great. It's not my money.
I don't think if you're asking for his quote unquote potential, I don't think it's good enough. But if he sticks with us and he produces, I mean, sure. But if he produces, he's gonna get sold somewhere. Like
for me, he is to date, he is a more technically gifted Jose Villarreal. I would love to see him step past that, but I haven't consistently seen him do that yet. And I there were people chirping for Jose Villarreal back in the day that he should be a nailed on starter, first name on the team sheet. The numbers do this. And if you're not doing it, if you're not doing it on the field, none of the other shit matters. Like at some point you just have to play. Like at some point you have to be a footballer who plays and contributes on the field and regularly is someone that they can count on. And when they haven't seen that from him yet, if he stays as a Galaxy level player and is a great cam that everyone wants, then amazing. You got a local kid who's not going to cost you a ton of money. Was he from Pico Rivera? Like you can brand around him. You can market around him. He can be your next Julian Araujo, successful academy kid, blah, blah, blah. As a Galaxy fan, like if he doesn't get sold, like whatever. If Araujo doesn't get sold, I don't care. Like it's cool to have a right back who's good.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. But as you say, for his potential, for what he is supposed to do, it should be a disappointment for the organization if he doesn't eventually move on. But if he meets that potential and we keep him, like all the fucking better. That's great.
That means he's producing. That means he's doing things for us.
Yeah.
All right. So Art from Lars asks, with on Tam signing left, so we go big or basic?
With one Tam signing left, do we go big or basic?
Was Art like trying to take off his shirt as he was like trying to text that, or
he's buying more for Kranis jerseys?
Yeah. No, it's Neil's.
He's got both.
Yeah, I know. I saw
He
that.
got both.
My man bought like 4
It's
jerseys.
classy. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So do we go big or we go basic?
Where would you put a big Tam signing?
Probably at that number 10.
I mean, but then you re-sign Victor for no reason.
Either number 10 or you go center back, probably.
Yeah. You just spent a lot of money on center backs, didn't you?
Yeah, but I still don't trust most
And
of them.
Kelvin Leardom can play center back. I don't know where you would put a big money Tam signing. You can't.
The one spot you probably it's going to be that 10 spot.
But if it's that 10, you're going to have a fuck of a conversation with Efrain Alvarez about re-signing an aging Cam and then signing presumably a big Tam money Cam after you locked him up on a 5-year deal.
But if he's not doing it, I mean,
Yeah, that would essentially signal that you're throwing the towel in on Efrain.
After giving him a 5 or 6 year deal.
Yeah.
I just don't. I would love to see us spend every dollar of allocation money we have bringing in a player. I really struggle to see where they would go. That would be all.
All right, what's your thoughts on the creative direction this club's taking?
What do you mean? How do you mean that? How do you mean that question?
No, Daddy Mac.
Like
asked
marketing,
me.
like the
Let's
that's
go
what
marketing.
I assume. Like the scribbling.
Like the non-soccer.
What do you think?
I don't mind it. I really don't. I don't think it's bad.
Do you see it with other clubs? Is this like an MLS level thing, or is this an actual coming from the Galaxy thing? Because I thought I saw some other clubs doing that same like scribbly type of thing.
I don't pay attention to the team, so I really don't.
I follow some people on Twitter who support other clubs, and I don't know. I don't retweet the Galaxy a lot, so maybe it's just a what is it called? I mean, I live in a bubble because for all I know, but when they do retweet their clubs, like I don't see anything that looks like our stuff.
I think nowadays, if I go on Twitter and I see somebody like started following me, if I follow them back, it's because they post about Galaxy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I follow people anymore. So I do that. It's like a bubble of Galaxy people.
Yeah, but of what I see from other clubs, like I don't ever see stuff like what we do.
I definitely don't see them try to be. I would say innovative, but
Young
like
people,
different.
Yeah, I don't know. I accepted a while ago that the marketing of the Galaxy was not intended for me, and even though I was a prime age demographic.
It reminds me of if you've watched any of the new Spider-Man movies.
Okay.
And if you watch like the opening credits or the ending credits,
mm-hmm.
It kind of has that aesthetic.
Yeah.
Where it's like drawings and like scribbles and like this kind of art style.
You gotta ask yourself whether it's for you. And like I don't think it's for me. And that's fine. Like they don't need to market.
Well, you see how they're big on their TikToks now, so it's like they're marketing towards a generation that's way younger than us now.
We were talking about it the last few, or at least I've been talking about it the last few times we're on the show. We don't think about it. We don't feel it while it's happening. But in 20 years, the Galaxy will still be here, and no one will give a shit about your opinion on squiggly posts.
Like there's a saying in Lars, like all the older generations move to the back.
Everybody ages out, man.
Like you go up with the family and the old people, like in the back.
I'm in the back of 137 now. Like I capoed strong for what 5-6 years, something like that. I sit in the back. Like it happens to everybody. It should happen to everybody. But like it happens to everyone at some point.
Yeah.
It's just not. Maybe it's not for you anymore. Maybe not the Galaxy, but maybe the marketing direction is not for you. And you think about it from a social media and marketing standpoint. Like once you're in. Who really gives a fuck what they think about?
If they got your number already, like
who cares? Well, if you're not even if you're going,
yeah,
like they're not roping you in. They're not trying to rope you in. They're trying to rope in
the person that doesn't.
The next one.
Yeah,
all of us are temporary stewards of the club. Our sole responsibility is to protect it so that we can give it to our children. That's it. It's not about you as a fan. It's about is the organization presenting itself in a way that's going to be positive for the future. So that it hangs around. It's not marketing directed at me. It's not marketing directed at any of my friends, even if they use some of my friends for that marketing. It's not aimed for us. It's clearly, if you're listening to this, they already got you, so it doesn't matter.
Jose Salgado asks, if you were to make a tifo of one player, who would it be?
Like current or
It doesn't say. It just says
You have to answer the follow up. You're him in that moment. You're Jose Salgado.
I'm going to say he just said player, so I'm going past, present, whatever.
Past, present? Oh, mine's easy. Zach Ibsen. Zach
What's
Ibsen.
it going to say?
Oh, it's just a picture of him. Zach, come back to a game. Why didn't you show up to that game the Galaxy invited you to? I've been waiting for you to come back to a game for years. John Jones.
They're thinking you're making a
Benjamin Bettinson.
John Jones are like, oh, they made a tifo for the UFC guy.
It's like, nice. Number 20 in 2004?
Be a tifo of Cienfuegos and saying, why you do him dirty like that? And
I know, people got mad at me for saying they were beefing, I guess. You know, whatever. Current player, Preston Judd. There we go. Judd Gallows Unite.
Ed?
Current player, I would do...
Nacho Maganto's in the live chat. Not Nacho Maganto is in the live chat. Make a tifo of Nacho Maganto.
What?
Why?
I call that guy Nacho Magneto. I wanted to make a tifo of that. So.
Yeah, actually, that's actually a good answer. Just make his Magneto one.
Yeah. Or make a Sasha telling him to bring back the karate kick.
Paolo Cardozo, thank you for your sacrifice. Never forgotten. Won a cup off that man. Doesn't get his due.
Just thank you, Juan Pablo Angel, for being so bad
and being willing to go to Chivas USA.
Giving us our king,
David Junior Lopes.
Yes.
All right, last one. It is Poi Sushi. Which Goku would be best for this Galaxy team?
Hold on, this is a real question here. This is the finest. This is for all of our anime fans. The finest anime ever created. Dragon Ball Z. Go ahead, Ben.
Which Goku would be best for
this JoJo's thing?
For this Galaxy team.
Which Goku would be best for this Galaxy team?
It's too early to tell.
Well, you can eliminate some right off the bat. Super Saiyan 3 is just not going to work. I need runners. Guy's just going to burn out of his energy too much. He gets all crazy, and there's like blue gods and all this stuff now. I don't know. I can't answer any of those. I can do the when Goku fuses with the dragon at the end of Dragon Ball GT. That's probably the best answer I can give.
But that's not canon though.
That's GT. Yeah. So GT's out?
GT's not canon.
It's done? All right. So I don't know, man. I would go like hyperbaric time chamber training for, what was that, Cell? No, that was Goku. That was Gohan.
Goku's in there too.
Goku's in.
They were training each other. They were training together.
That's right, because then they come out and we learn that Gohan can go Super Saiyan 2. And that's the smart Goku that was like, I'm going to fuck this dude up just so Gohan can learn how to fight him. Cell games, hyperbolic time chamber Goku. Done. That's friendship right there, motherfucker. Attaboy, Ed. He knows when I need him.
I have no idea. I'm going to go with Golden Monkey Goku.
Sitting in goal.
Yeah.
Center forward, number 9. Big number 9. Still, we would get shut out.
Yeah, probably.
Because he's such an angry little fucker, isn't he? What about you, Ben?
Red card right away.
At the end, you know what? To be honest with you, man, I'm picking Sailor Moon. Picking Sailor Mercury. She's smart. She's wicked smart. She's gonna use her numbers and her data sciences so we can start scoring goals. I went British. I went Boston and then British at the end. Strange.
Go with the
Jamaican Hitler.
Rose Phantom or whatever his name was.
Who?
What was his name?
Tuxedo Mask.
Tuxedo Mask. Yeah.
And then I don't know, the Rose, some Moonlight Rose or something like that.
All right, that's it. Ed, take us home.
Thank you guys for listening. This was a interesting podcast we did today.
What was the name of Tuxedo Mask when he was wearing the white thing?
We're getting to Sailor Moon now.
I am.
Benjamin, where they can find you on the social, sir?
The Moonlight Knight.
You can find me on Twitter at DTRadioBen. You can find me Ben_Randa on most of the other socials.
Tucker, where can they find you on the socials, my good man?
Don't. I'm good. I got to get to where you're at. Because you seem so much happier.
I seldomly go on anymore. I'm on Instagram. I creep on Instagram every now and then, just looking at videos. I go down the reels. That's what I do now.
It's just soccer.
It's all cat videos.
It's going to be soccer.
Which is fine with me.
I get so many soccer things. I get like all these awesome. If you follow me on Instagram, the stories, is that what they're called? Little stories?
Yeah.
Just post soccer videos. Just do that. It's so much nicer. I don't care about you.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at EdTheZombie13. Again, if you want to hit me up, like Instagram's the way to go. That's what I usually
And stay on them grams.
get them grams.
Anything else? I don't know.
Email us if you guys want to get in contact with us. RiotSquadcast@gmail.com.
Don't do
Ben is
that.
shaking his head no.
YouTube.com/RiotSquadcast if you want to subscribe.
Twiddly dinks that like
Twitter
button.
links,
There you
like
go.
button, share it. Subscribe. If you probably listen to this already, you already subscribed.
Yeah. Any plans? We doing this again anytime soon? Anything they should
Well,
know
next
about?
week is
Next-
season opener next week.
Yeah, I'm good. You guys want to do it next week? We're good next week.
Yeah, it works
Sure.
for me. God, starting a streak.
Oh.
Wait, I thought this was the last episode.
Well, I mean,
Till next week.
till next week.
You can't believe any of that
Hey,
shit.
go support the Guiltinis as well.
That's Ben's rugby team. Come on.
Come on, man. It's LA.
I thought it was the.
All right, you know Ed's done.
Newcastle
Tucker.
United out of the relegation zone.
Tucker, go ahead. Go ahead. Say goodbye.
Crusaders,
Crusaders that he was talking about. That's
Christchurch. I don't know if you're.
Christchurch in New Zealand.
I don't know. I don't think you were
Kiwis.
muted. You're just screaming into a microphone.
I was
Yeah.
screaming at you. I was just trying to make sure you picked up.
All right, 10 seconds.
Unnecessary. Well, thanks for coming back. We appreciate it.
Yeah, man. We love you guys. Seriously. Thank you
Yeah,
for your
and
support.
thank you, everybody. Yes, thank you.
We love you guys. Stay safe.
Keep being nice to each other.
Yes, be nice. Positivity.
Rams house, baby.
It's all love. No hate.
Mostly love.
World champions.
Fuck you, Brian.
Super
Suck a
Bowls.
dick,
World
bitch.
champions.
Super Bowl
Go
champions.
Rams though for sure.
Ram it up.
Ram it up.
How you from LA and hate on the Rams?
I'm not.
No, not you. I mean the general. Like, there's all these people on Twitter.
Oh, those
hating
people
on
who
the
are
Rams.
like, "Go Niners!"